Hello, my name is Rebecca Knowles and I work for TravelX. Today I'm going to be critically analysing two policies within TravelX, one policy informal and the second formal. Here outlines the agenda. I will be introducing the workplace, defining a policy, the differences between an informal policy and a formal policy, introducing an informal policy within TravelX, introducing a formal policy within TravelX. I will also be including an interview with Adam Fletcher, the Bureau Manager, and including the staff viewpoint of the formal policy and making recommendations to follow. What is a policy? A policy is developed with a business framework and provides a basis for decision making. Policies are used for organisational actions and implementation of goals and objectives. Policies can be translated into rules and plans to relate to activities within the organisation. And also is there to provide consistency and reduce dependency upon the actions of managers. If policies are not obeyed, then they are rendered ineffective. Policies. An informal policy is not official, written down, or public, but instead represents individually negotiated private agreements between an employee and his or her supervisor, as suggested by East in 2001. For example, how employees behave outside of the company's formal structure, such as shift changes to adjust and accommodate to changes in situation, such as childcare. Formal policies written down, officially approved human resources policies, as well as any official policies that give supervisors discretion. The shift swapping policy is the informal policy the company has. This is where if any employee needs to swap shifts with another employee, we ask if it would be okay to swap or cover the shift. Once the agreement has been made, we make the manager of the bureau aware who is covering the shift and what date is being swapped. All the manager asks is that we ensure that we update the rota on the shared file system. It's never been an issue within the company because we all see this as being part of a team, helping each other out when needed. The informal policy achieves a sense of morale within the team, helping to support the business to maintain the hours of operation to serve customer needs and meet their travel money needs. This is supported by Walden 2019 as the approach of informal policy can give the business a win-win approach, since when employees feel like their needs are met, they are more inclined to remain, therefore boosting morale and overall retention rates, impacting on the bottom line. Issues around shift swapping. The current issue within the business is that it relies on the goodwill gestures of employees in terms of whether people are willing to help out the other employee. Another issue of the informal policy is that if an employee exceeds 37.5 hours during the week of the requested practice example to improve the informal policies to ask employees to keep in regular contact if they have any upcoming dates they are unable to do, to allow time to minimise conflict of shifts. This is further supported through 2004 study which suggested that best practice shift work is fixed non-day shifts, including weekends, to minimise conflict of shifts. The approach is through rotating shifts. Shift swap. The company Travelex's formal policy of absence and sickness. Travelex states that the policies are policies for our people to provide consistent and fair treatment for all employees throughout the business, but also that they have a clear understanding of the expectations of both parties. The policy states and sanctions the process to be duty bound to be followed and to be expected to be received in the event of absence. Bound pay. Travelex's absence and sickness policy sets out a statement of intent required by the employees and the actions required by the employer to follow. It states that employees are required to inform their bureau manager as soon as they deem they are too unwell to come into work, and to keep in regular contact to make them aware of the situation. Overtime at premium rate. However, the company is strict against premium overtime unless totally necessary. Problems within applying a policy, for example,
I think
within the sickness and absence policy.
a problem with applying a policy is down to sometimes policies are very black and white. For the sickness being a very good example of a policy that is black and white, and it follows a specific process, especially in this business, and therefore sometimes I think that the policy doesn't necessarily take into account other factors. So to give you an example, and this isn't talking about a specific case because it's just an example, somebody could obviously in our company you're allowed to be off sick once, and then the second time we do counselling, third time we're at the disciplinary stage in terms of capability disciplinary. However, we could make the point that somebody is off for the same absence all the time because they've got mental health issues or they've got a long-term health condition that isn't covered by the Equality Act, and there isn't necessarily any leeway in the sickness policy to kind of cope with that. And I think another major problem when it comes to specifically with the sickness absence policy is the consistency that it is applied. Some managers, and this is every company that I've worked for, not just this one, some companies are very on it and they will conduct the return to works and they will do them on the day that they're supposed to, and they will follow up with the next one and make sure that we're giving an employee the support and assistance that they require, which I would hope to believe I'm one of them managers. And then there are other managers that don't necessarily do that, so that can mean that there are underlying issues, like I've said before, with people's mental health or something similar, which are not picked up on because people are not following the policy and procedure. And because sometimes it can be a bit of a tick box exercise, people don't necessarily do what they're supposed to do.
So, from that, how do you believe it contributes to the organisational development?
Well, in my opinion, an organisation cannot develop without having clear policies and procedures. So if we're talking about the one specific policy in general, I think sickness and absence policy is about making sure that we get a good balance for the company in terms of us being able to support a colleague on return from sickness or absence, but us also making sure that that colleague understands that we are a business, that we have to make sure that we are that we have people in work and that we're open. Otherwise, because if we're not open, we're not making any money, and therefore there is no business. So I think having a policy in that regards creates a balance for the company. And I think policies in general, like I said at the beginning in theory, are all about making the company have. It's all about making the company's expectations clear to the employees, and that's the only way you can move a business forward, by everybody understanding that we're going in the same direction and that we're all doing it in the same way. Going forward is that employees should be paid for genuine absence and that the free waiting days should be removed. I understand why it's in place and to reduce the sickness percentage. However, the company should reintroduce sick pay for the absence before 3 days. As, for example, if an employee was off for stress, this only adds further to the undue stress on the employee.